I spent the last week sitting with my brokenness, and as a tribute, I decided to put this black t-shirt that literally represents this season that I've been in. Oh, if you guys knew. But it's still in one piece, and I'm very thankful for that. But once I am where I need to be, I'm gonna find something special to do with this t-shirt, because it literally represents this season of my wilderness. Welcome to Honor Yourself. This is part 2 of our honor series, and today is Saturday, June 11th, 2022. I hope everyone's doing well. Fair warning, this video is going to simultaneously crush and rebuild, because we're going to get into a lot. Just as we did with the love series, there are going to be some things that I share that are going to aggravate parts of the soul that are either hiding with pain or are wrestling with deliverance. So, honor yourself. What does that mean? If anyone wants to tell me, please share it in the comments, because this is a new territory for me. And also, I would say, those of us who are recovering toxic empaths, or in the throes of people pleasing, putting yourself in a healthy space of honor is not natural for some of us. And for others, you have been misguided on putting yourself first in an unhealthy way. But today we're going to learn what is that balance, and how do we get from putting everybody else first at all costs, or putting myself first at the cost of everybody else. Are you ready? Because we're going to be delivered today and set free. I think I have some notes. I might not have notes. I might just start from scratch, because that's how I felt led. And it's actually very much like me, so let's do that. Let's start from scratch. Honor yourself. My favorite color is pink. Some of you might know that. So we're going to use pink for everything that this video is going to be about. Honor yourself. So there are two main things that we need to define. Honor, which I shared a little in the first video, and self. You need to know who you are And you need to know what honor is so that you can honor yourself. So, let's start with self. I've shared many times, and I will continue to share, that we are somewhere between completely broken and restored while we are on this earth because of the fall, because of sin, and because we are not, in terms of time, where everything is forever beautiful, which it will be. So it's important to know that we are all on this journey to go from one end of the spectrum to the other. Now, in order to get on this track from brokenness to restored, you need to acknowledge that you have been broken at some point in your life or presently, because we cannot release pain if we don't own it and possess it, and we cannot own it and possess it without acknowledging that it exists. So, and I'm going to get into this very deeply moving forward, because that is what She's Restored is about. And actually I have much more to share and announce on that, but for the purpose of this video, you need to acknowledge where you've been broken. And we have been broken by people in our life, and we have been broken by circumstances in our life. And as I shared before, just as love has been misrepresented to us, so has honor. And the reason is because they go hand in hand. You cannot love truly without honor, and you cannot honor truly without love. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the verse I shared earlier, which is Proverbs, I believe it was Proverbs 30, verse 5. Yes. Every word of God proves true. He is a shield to those who take refuge in him. So in the first video, which was very brief and short, I stated that God is honor, and everything he has spoken is true, and everything he has promised is true, and it's real. Therefore, we can rest in him and in that truth. He is a shield to those who take refuge in him. Now, I've said this a lot, but you cannot rest in the presence of someone you don't trust. So, you must know for yourself and believe for yourself that God is trustworthy, so that you can rest in him and you can know that what he has spoken is truth, and you can receive it as truth for yourself. God does not deny himself. He does not lie to himself. So therefore, He would not lie to us in any way, shape, or form. Now, because we're human and we live in a broken place and we are broken people, we have experienced people lying, and we've experienced dishonor. And because of that, a lot of times that prevents us from trusting God, because honor has been misrepresented. And so what I'd like for us to come to the truth of is that regardless of the dishonor that you have encountered and experienced and received, you can heal from the distrust, the death of certain parts of your life, and you can begin again. And I am sitting here literally live testimony of this truth. Okay? And I am sharing from a posture of radical faith, and a personal and deep delivering encounter with God today. And it was exactly what I needed to share this video, because I actually started sharing it earlier, and actually 2 days ago, and I wasn't ready yet, because I needed one more revealing and once and for all truth to receive when it comes to honor. Okay? So, where are you today? When you think of the word honor, what comes to mind? And not only honored, but the lack of honor, because that's going to come to mind too. Because we've all experienced both. Now, this is where I'm going to get into a little bit of some deep stuff. Because we need to sit with our brokenness. So, I'd like you to write down, that is my makeup that came off earlier while I was crying, but we're keeping it real. I'd like you to write down 5 ways that you feel you have experienced, or you know, or have received honor, and 5 ways that you have experienced, or know, or have received dishonor in your life. Very similar to how we wrote down 5 ways about love, because it's important for you to assess, where have I been dishonored? Because that is a direct reflection of your brokenness in relation to your ability to honor yourself. Okay? Now, as I said, this is going to be different for everyone. But we have to know what we believe about honor. And we also have to know that a lot of what we've experienced in dishonor does not reflect God, and it does not reflect our self-worth and value. A lot of us have been through hell and the fire, And if you've been through it for a long period of time, it can get very difficult to see the light. And if you're there now, I grieve with you, because I understand that if you sit in a space of dishonor for long enough, you will begin to believe the lies, which will reflect poorly on how you take care of yourself. And that's a video altogether on, how do we handle those things? Because there is a way to handle toxic environment and toxic relationships that is honoring to God, to yourself, and to the other people. But sit with your brokenness and sit with the Lord and ask Him where these places are for you, because you need to know them so that you can put them in their rightful place and you can see yourself with true sight. Okay? So self, we are spirit, soul, and body. And we have experienced much here. I feel you guys right now. I understand. And depending on where you are right now, you might not even be able to finish this video. And that's okay. You can come back later. Because you need to address that pain that you've experienced. Honor is true. It is faithful. It is love. It is permanent. It doesn't waver. It doesn't hold back and withdraw. It doesn't shift and change course. Honor is forever, just as love is forever. And we get that directly from God, because He is honor. That is His essence, that is His character. And so, just as when we learn about love and receiving love, we have to go directly to the source, who is God. And that is what I'm asking you to do, is to spend time with Him. Now, this is where it can get challenging, because if you've experienced dishonor within the church, or any kind of spiritual abuse or spiritual misrepresentation of Christ, this can be a very challenging roadblock for you. And I understand. But I'm here also to encourage you that that dishonor you experienced was through broken, imperfect, and faulty people who didn't have the true knowledge of honor and love. And you need to spend time healing from that first, so that you can see God as He truly is. And you can be cherished back to your true worth. Okay? You have to have a healthy sense of self. And the only way we can do that appropriately is to understand how we were created. And what is our portion, and what is our future, and what is our hope, in combination with what is our brokenness. And only you and God truly know the hell that you've endured. And when you are able to get in that space of vulnerability, then you're able to begin to heal from what you've been through, and the areas and the places and the spaces that you were dishonored in your life, including dishonoring yourself because of a lack of understanding of your worth. And I understand that place as well. But today's a new day and a new year and a new time and opportunity for us to recover all that was lost and stolen from us. Okay? God is honor. He is the one who holds your true identity and your true self and your true worth. So today I'm encouraging you to sit before Him and let Him show you where you've been broken, so that He can also show you where He can heal you, and you can begin to see self in true light and true love. I think that's all. I think that's all He wants me to share. So, I love you guys. Hope you're doing well. And I will be back soon, at this rate, with honoring one another. Okay? I'll talk to you all later.